This might sound weird, but listening to Yatsley's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else. Well, don't you think it's a little convenient? You need to go somewhere no one ever goes, and here she is to show you the way? If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then. Bothered? Pedraku. It's my job to guide you as safely as possible. What you're doing isn't safe. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway. Ask away. Right, let's make sure they're not listening. We already talked about Kai. Did you want to know about Giada or Yatsley? Giada's a mystery to me. Animancers give me the vricus, and for good reason. Most of them would just as soon turn your soul into jewelry as look at you. Giada seems different. She's smart, thoughtful, and she's got a spine, too. You can tell when someone needs extra help out here, and she doesn't. So, yeah, I don't understand her, but I guess I don't have to, really. Until next time. I suppose if you're on a wild goose chase, there are worse places to do it. I thought I'd give it a try, see how it feels. Yatsley's got you going in all sorts of abandoned ruins. Who knows what's down there? More questions, most likely, and spiders. How come the answers are never in a little oasis with shade and drink service? I just want to make sure we've covered all the options before we dive headfirst into another deadly ruin. Right. Just keep it in mind, I guess. Anyway. Thanks for talking.
The dream scourge is getting... If we don't put a stop to it, we're looking at the end of the living lands. How can anyone expect us to do both? As if the dream scourge wasn't enough of a problem, the Adherents are profiting off our misfortune. They haven't come to help us. They're here to exploit our weakness. The steel garrote are a weapon. Who do you think wields them? It's too bad. We're fighting for our lives, our soul. You really think so? My apologies for acting cynical, but it feels as if nature, politics, and I don't appreciate being... Despite everything that's happened, I'm so grateful to be working with Yatsley. In many ways, Quilichi has been like a second father to me. But Yatsley, she's like my dirty aunt who's up to no good. Oh, she's an expert in that field. While I have your attention, I've been thinking, why is Inquisitor Ludwig suddenly interested in godless ruins? When it comes to her, there's never any good news. We should be ready for anything. Pleasant dreams.
Thirdborn. If it weren't for the Leviathan skeleton in the middle of town, I'd hardly recognize the place. Well, that's what I'm trying to nail down. You ever come back to a place and feel like the buildings are smaller and the colors are duller? No. Well, yes. But it's more than Tama. Thirdborn was always this rugged oasis. Dangerous and out of the way, but bursting with vitality. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types. People like Capo, the Leviathan Slayer, and Tama. Glory seekers, trophy hunters, warriors trying to leave their battles behind. People who built around their stories and their scars. I guess it felt like one, too. Hardtack and Merc brew after a long day's patrol tasted better than any feast. Being back, it felt like we were watching Thirdborn die a slow death. Left is a generous way to put it. I think what's eating at me is that Thirdborn seems rudderless. The Dream Scourge is one threat. Conflict with Adir is another. The Living Lands is changing, and Thirdborn feels like a barnacle on a moving ship. Temeriti's leading them as best she can, but towards what? What are we doing out here besides surviving? For a while, I suppose. Eventually, you need more. What about you? You were sent by your Emperor to investigate the Dream Scourge. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in tensions between your empire and our scattered settlements. You brought Egwolf to Adiran justice, but then you thwarted the Steel Garrote's attack on Fjord. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides? That kind of clarity is rare. Thanks for talking. I hope Thirdborn is able to find its way somehow. A marker of his service to Thirdborn's defense, and something that helps his comrades identify his remains, if needed.
You always hope it won't come to that.
You hope it won't, but you know it might. It's an old Rautai naval tradition that Thirdborn's kept alive, and another debt I owe him. Shake the sand out of your bedroll before you settle in.
For the camp of an official Adiran envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course. I always ask nicely. But as riveting as it is to complain about our accommodations, I imagine you have another topic in mind? Well, because I'm the foremost expert on the Godless, of course. So I must study their artifacts when I can. Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met another who focused on the Godless as I do. And I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find. I've yet to be burned in a single flame trap, and I don't intend to start anytime soon. Fair guess, though. When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire. That was my assumption as well. Barrett's balls. It's nice to know I won't have to dumb things down with you. What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson? My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end. Of course. Now I only burn those that deserve it, like mosquitoes and university administrators. The only lasting damage was my burn mark and the dreams. Nightmares are still dreams, Envoy. Just not ones you'd recommend to others. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my more, provocative dreams. Oh, you're no fun. As delightful as you are, we've much to do and less time to do it in. Oh, Envoy. Well, it's the waiting that makes the payoff so delicious, don't you agree? Look, I lost more research than I'd like. Thank you, Envoy. I don't know how you managed it, but whatever you did, you averted disaster. That being said, your ambassador is going to get an earful, and possibly a fistful, next time we're in Paradise. Envoy, you'll find that I'm unreasonable from time to time, so hush. At least we were able to get everyone to safety. Though with everything happening in Thirdborn, safe might be relative. At least I know Temerity will keep an eye on them. I think she knows what'll happen if she doesn't. Long enough that I trust her to do her best by everyone. You see, Emerald Stair has Naku Tedek. And, as a young-at-heart godless scholar, that's how I met Temerity. Thirdborn's close to Naku Kubel. Yes, why did I choose to settle down with a gorgeous scientist who loves me? What a mystery. I still go out often. I've cataloged many ruins, but there are always more. And coming home to a warm welcome is lovely. You should try it. Brilliant, Envoy.
You don't have to be an animant.
Exactly. Even with the stunning lack of animancy in my life, I marched in... Oh, part of it is my sparkling personality, of course. But a larger... It's hard to hate someone when they drop by your lab with lunch after you've forgotten to eat again. As much as I'd love to, you don't travel with the kitchen. My mother always said that the way to a man's heart was through his stomach. Quilici and I got together the old-fashioned way, though. I saw a beautiful man across a smoky tavern. Then I dazzled him with my delightful personality. Then he showed me an abandoned ruin outside of town, and I was hooked. Oh, it's not a fairy tale, darling. We've been Any rough patches got smoothed over well enough. I only thought about killing him once or twice. He's probably thought the same a bit more. It's hard to believe that things have changed so. It makes you wonder how... Right. The city can be replaced, but not... Thank you, Envoy. Try not to have too much fun without me. How can I help? Don't let the bedbugs... Do you think... Or were they onto something before? Do you think... Dearie, the best science. I just hope... A wrong choice here means that people... Perspective. Had you left the... But... Where... Oh...
Seeds of... They sing to the unwanted ones. The soil remembers what it once was. It will soon be whole. Safe. A name given to the land. The soil does not want these cities. But first, the sprout. The dam falls. The river returns to its source. It is how the land... We want all of them gone. Pilchards growing on bushes. Death nourishes the soil. the spider devours her mate to lay her eggs. We ponder.
Yeah. Everyone okay?
Are you? What do you want? You're trying to make a mockery of me, aren't you? Get lost. We don't have to know each other. I don't owe you any answers. Go away. Some of us are trying not to be found. Some of us just... Fuck. Fuck! I should have been there for him. I was, once. Have to get rid of these clothes. I'll be fine as soon as I... Gods, what am I gonna do? No, no, no. Nobody can help. I got myself into this mess. It's my fault, all of it. Can't go back to third board. Can't go through Eagle's Reach. This place is just fucked. It's all fucked.
He's on his own. Nothing we can do for him. Oh, I used to love stargazing up here. Camp on one of these buttes, and you've got a defensible position. You take lead.
Watch this!
Unseek!
You there? Have the spiders? I'm not feeling too clever. Forgive me. I'm afraid I've been bitten. No, stranger. Leave me. I can't. My leg. It burns. Burning canal, too. I think of his eyes and I can't picture them. Can't remember their color. I swam in them for years. Now look at me.
Good. She can still talk. If we work fast, we might be able to help.
Oh, a gift. For me? Wait. Right. I came to spread Kanau's ashes. Kanau, my love, we adored this meal. I guess it'll be a while longer before I see him again.
Does anything rhyme with orange? Who goes there? Oh, a traveler. I feared you might be something dangerous. I cannot mind the outside when a storm rages within. For days now I have languished. I cannot initiate my next verse. My well cannot run dry now. This must be a masterpiece. My friend, I am a chanter. I am no damsel in distress. The spiders are a new development, though. From the mines, perhaps. Yeah, no matter. I'll not let unproductive thoughts stand. I must feed the souls of Thirdborn. To have my hopes dashed so. Oh well, another trial.
I'm sorry, but those are our
There is no if. We must reopen them. But if you think we're about to let Afterglow take our...
We've no desire. Again, I only want to mind running the third.
Something for everyone. You. I've not seen you around before. Okay, but come back. Customers are in short supply these days. Do you want to see my ware?
We're not too well off. Hopefully you can change that.
You must be the envoy. I hoped you might stop by. Welcome to the mines.
I see the sands didn't swallow you whole. And Kai. It's hard to see you stomping around with the Adirans after the news I heard from Fior.
That was the Steel Garrote. Besides, we're all on the same side against the Dream Thralls.
We've been discussing how best to reopen these sulfur mines. Sulfur's a key ingredient in gunpowder, which is crucial for Thirdborn's defense. Our objective is simple. Restart production in the old Pogrunan mines so Thirdborn can arm themselves. They need sulfur to have a chance against the Dream Thralls, and we...
And you need to sanitize the name of Adir. After what happened in Fior.
True, but moreover, we need to make sure we're not the only ones taking on the threat in Shatterscarp. Our efforts went well, until the spiders came. If you destroyed the spiders' nests, it'd be a tremendous boon to us all. Isn't that right, Carter?
Don't presume to speak for me.
The mine's entrance is just down the path. Speak to Darla, the guard at the gate. He'll let you in.
We are relying upon these mines.
Unseen, unheard. Next one's mine. Another glorious battle. Ready, aim.
Told you there's nothing to worry about.
Finally.
Don't mind the kit from Third Floor. They've been dealt a bad hand.
I saw you talking with our overseers. I'm guessing they sent you over to clean out the mines then? Take care of Thirdborn's mess. What happened? Thirdborn killed good Adherans, that's what happened. While our engineers inspected the place, their miners just went and opened a sealed path. And before we knew it, fucking skitter. Dream-scourged spiders. Twice the size of you and me. Thirdborn ran out. Most of theirs survived. Our people died fighting. All right. You be careful in there, Envoy. These are dark times. We don't need more good Adherans lost for nothing.
Keep quiet.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Coming in hot.
Right behind you.
This will hurt. It's easy when you do it.
I'd rather take my chances with a maelstrom than a mine. Let's be quick. Stand back.
Easy when you do it.
There's gotta be a way to turn this thing on. Let's look around.
Here it comes.
Where's my mark? Hey! Over here! I was just getting warmed up. take lead.
One for you! Aye, aye.
Child's play. Walk like a dog. Catches the light beautifully. At least you'd have a lovely view as your juices are sucked out.
Stand back.
Thank Wodeker you're back. We haven't much time.
Oh, good. A frantic man with explosives. We should go, now.
You're with the Rhode, aren't you? What are you doing here?
The Steel Rhode? I wish I served beneath their banner, but I suppose that doesn't matter now. Envoy, I need you to listen. We have one chance to avert war with Thirdborn, and it's by blowing up the mine right now. We're opening these mines so Thirdborn can mine sulfur, right? So they can have ammunition for the Dream Thralls. I mean, what help did Thirdborn offer when Shadclef burned down? What about the scouts who went missing in the Shark's Teeth? They'll strike at us as soon as they have an opening.
Ah, yes, because nothing averts war like an unprovoked attack.
Half these people served in the Rowetine Imperial Navy, and the other half were pirates. It's only a matter of time before they turn their cannons on us.
Anger swathed in fire, teeth at the throat. Who bit first?
Envoy, this man is an idiot.
What did you say?
But he's close enough to being right about one thing. These mines are about the only desirable territory in Shattersguard. If they stay open, it's only a matter of time before the sulfur in them gets used against something other than Dream Thralls. And my people are no better than yours on that account. Destroy the mines, so that none of us get any bright ideas.
Well, there you have it. Even he agrees. Exactly. Now please, I must work quickly, before I'm discovered. For Adia. For duty. What happens next is up to you. Tell the officials whatever you like. I trust you'll do what's right. Well, I guess it all depends on how this next part goes, doesn't it? Take care, Envoy. Serve us well.
Now would be a good time to run.
What have you done?
I'll let you do the talking.
Envoy, what happened to the mine? Truly? Perhaps the spiders were a blessing in disguise.
This will set us back weeks, and we'll be doubly vulnerable without that sulfur.
Then we shall help you. Allow me to show you the ally Adir can be.
I suppose we don't have much choice. Fine.
Thank you, Kada. And thank you, Envoy. You have given Adir a chance to prove its friendship in a time of need.
That went better than I expected.
Lead me to my work. I've kids to tend. Yeah. Something for everyone. Well,
When I joined you, I thought we'd be exploring. Yet here we are. Without those mines, Thirdborn has no gunpowder. They lost an advantage when they needed it most. Perhaps, but this is no time to be fighting with one hand tied behind your back. At the end of the day, bullets are of limited use against the Dream Scourge. And it'll take more than gunpowder to wrest the living lands out of your Empire's clutches. Anyway, what do I know? I'm an animancer. If I must. How did you and Quilici meet? Or some... For some reason, he won't tell me the story. scandalous? Did you seduce him away from a noble heiress and now you're both in hiding?
No, it's a tale as old as time, my dear. Love.
Singing sand, we feel the essence. Time tempers a rocky surface, smoothed by a spring rain. A lion kneels, a blight before it, spells and suspicion at its back. What ruled the land alone now seeks the safety of the pride. Let the vulture feed once, and the flock will never leave. We feel the people of Thirdborn huddle together in the dark. We smell desperation, panic. Then, the seasons change. They turn to each other. What began as a sapling grows, the branches spread. We look deeper. Our limbs sift through sand. What do you know of this? For years, we watched the Akita share their food and tie their hands. Gifts, promises. Why do they undertake these rituals? Still, the words eludes our grasp. Perceive the ocean in a drop. Do its waves sing to you? Spring turned to winter. A soul torn from its rightful home. This we understand. New leaves breach the impenetrable clay. A bush unfurls amid the suffering and strife and blooms. How can it sprout? From what? King, set apart from beasts. A calling beyond life. We have learned much. Dream of